In this version of the heroclix of the Cheese Corp stealth board, every square on the map has a peg in it that is positioned with the pretext of disguising a character peg. This is that assigned to Achilles. Achilles would be in this square. Now you can't tell, can you? Oh, you don't know. Yeah. Oh, you look so suave, Ed boy. Now this doesn't know where this put him. Right there. Achilles is now in that square. During the opponent's turn, the opponent would wear one of these glasses that have foam tape adhered to the interior surface as to obstruct visibility, and during a player's turn you would remove these glasses and look upon the board. A character's peg, use the lizard's peg, the aquamarine blue or light gummy aquamarine, not aquamarine, gummy like cotton candy, semi dark glob blue. A character peg is slightly longer than a stealth peg, and or has a 90-degree perpendicular bend that is longer than the stealth peg and also longer than the regular ordinary space peg. The objective here is to elicit the size or contour and geometry of the space pegs and the stealth peg to be close enough to the character peg that you cannot see it immediately when looking at the board, but upon checking only the zones that you can see, you would immediately be able, or at least more easily be able to tell when there's a character peg. This is not certain. It's quite obvious enough. And perhaps I should make it a bit longer. Well, that's what these types of tests are for! Achilles, playing the part of Achilles will be the question. The lizard. Position the lizard. I'm a lizard. Lady Deathstrike. In the words of Pickle, I'll beat you to death. Not that one. Immediately, it becomes difficult to find them. What? It's this one, that's the wrong peg. This one is the regular character peg. It's a bit easier to determine them, but this would like it to be easier than that. This is not certain how much it can delineate them from the other pegs without making it too obvious that something is there. And Hulk. This one. Alright, of course this knew precisely to a very close proximity where Hulk was. Shall roll for the turns. Achilles. 10. Lady Deathstrike. 10. Lizard. 4. Hulk. 9. Achilles and Lady Deathstrike reroll. Achilles gets 9. Lady Deathstrike. 9 again.
Double, triple overnight every time, double up from the Molotov. Almost sound a connoisseur fan of particularly persistent agents of the press reporting on the NBA grab coming up with my mohawk. Come on, get that on my face.
6. Achilles will be going first, of course. Lady Deathstrike, and then the Incredible Hulk, and then the Lizard. First turn! All the other 3 players would place on their glasses, and Achilles would begin its turn. Achilles, or Question, chooses Stealth at the beginning of the game instead of Smoke Cloud. Achilles perplexes up its defense and its speed up by 1. Achilles may now move 11 squares. Making that move. I don't see anyone in any of the zones that this can see. But then again, this should know where everyone is, but this is going by whether or not it suspects. Is this one? This one looks a little too... No, it's not. They would have a little bead right there. I don't see anyone. This one looks like a character peg, sort of. This might be a mistake. This made a mistake. It's not a character peg. This one? Oh, that's your character peg. But at least this noticed it. It did get this person's attention. Perhaps this did something right. Should probably investigate this as it makes the move, not afterward. But this will use symbolically. Is now making the move. I think that's it. Let's go and see anywhere else. See out here. These 6. No. Achilles gets this and ends Achilles' turn. Next is Lady Deathstrike. Characters with Achilles' character would then place on their glasses, and Deathstrike's turn is on. Lady Deathstrike has a movement of 9. Only 1 exit here. Check all those places. This seems like the only character peg. Clear. Move 2, the available 9. I can check all these. Doesn't seem to be anybody there. Can now move an additional move. 5 more movement. 9. Let's move 2. Let's move 5 now. 7. 4. Let's get now check. 4, 6. I can move 1 more and look in this whole room. These 2 look like... No, this one needs to be shorter. Oh, here's Achilles. This has made a couple of them too long. This needs, they do need, the differential does need to be larger. Yeah, but this did find Achilles, and of course this is knowing full well that this put them there. If you were just a guy, this might be too, who did not know that, this might be too difficult. It needs to be more obvious. Achilles is in there. This won't go in there, and then he's going to check. So we'll end movement there, and end the turn. Take a look at Deathstrikes. Peg out. Here. Next up, the lizard. Suspects. So, the lizard, or is it the Hulk? Lizard's turn. Where did this put the lizard? This looks like a character peg, and so it is. Alright, just notice that. Knowing the regional proximity of where the peg should be, that one was obvious. The rest of them might need to be made a bit longer. I'll probably do that now. This will not do that now. The lizard has a movement of 9 again. Check that little room he's in. Nobody. That's him. That's the lizard. Move 9. 6 more. Check that hallway. Now I can check this room, that region. And up here, no, nobody's there. It's kind of like how this is working out. Of course, this knows full well, or at least, this is actually not certain where all the other characters are, though this knows that Achilles is probably in one of these two, and Lady Deathstrike. This remembers being close to that one. Hulk, somewhere around here. This suspects it's that one, because this put that character, it does remember slightly. If it didn't have that recollection, this wonders if it would be able to find him, even if it was investigating that room. This requires human test subjects, as Hans Meckhock once said. Well, this has 6 more movement for us. I'm gonna go across. Finish the movement there. This is accustomed to 9 movement, moving you more space, though the squares are smaller here. It seems less impressive when a character moves that far. Take out the character pegs. That's him. Now you're over here. Again, still not quite right. Maybe some little. I still like it. I still like how this is. I like how this is going. I like it. I like it a lot. Somewhat. I like it somewhat. I like it significantly. That is all. Wizard's turn is ending. Adorn your glasses. Hulk, moment of truth. That is Hulk, right there. Hulk is going to roll for Hulk Stealth. Gets it. Now Hulk's peg gets replaced with this Stealth peg. The Stealth peg has the bead, so that if you find it, you so that a Stealth Buster can search by pull if you want to. Of course, I don't think it should be harder for a Stealth Buster necessarily to find a stealth character. It would be nice if they just knew they could see it, though. Being able to search and quickly find, such as Achilles, is probably one of these. This should not be that long. I'll correct that. That's a better. A little better. And now this can't find Hulk's. There. Stealth guy. Danger man. Now other characters will not be able to see where Hulk is just by looking. They'd have to pull the peg up, though unless you're a Stealth Buster, you are not allowed. This would say do not pull the pegs out unless you have a Stealth Buster, or unless you think you see the exterior of a character peg. Alright, next. This is suspecting that the problem could be solved if this made the board white and the pegs white, and then made the difference in the perpendicular length between the ends of the 90-degree bend and the angular vortex, or the perpendicular bend of the perpendicular bend. then when it will be harder to see from a distance, but much easier to see when you get up close. That's another test. That's a whole other test. Hulk's movement now. We make movement now. Hulk has 5 movement. This says check the room Hulk is in. Nobody seems to be in that room. I'm going to move 1 here. Check this whole room. This looks like clearly there's lizard. Found the lizard. When you find a character, they should be wearing this, so they might not notice. Of course, if you reach off the board into where their characters are, they might see that, or you could request if you're not able to easily access. Might this use your character for visually, or if you're playing in a game with 4 characters, you might not do that, or they may prefer you not do that, so that characters who haven't found them don't instantly see where they are. But you can keep their character. I saw you. Just wave your character around as symbolism. Oh, look. It says 5 more movement. How much damage does the lizard do? 3? I'm gonna base him. Hit me, I dare you. Also, this should check here. This hallway before doing this here also. No one there. Now, the remaining... At 4 movement. I don't know if I can base him. Move here. No, I'm 1 away. But he has to charge me in order to do that. Only 1. That is Hulk's turn. The first round is completed. Back to Achilles, who is here. At the beginning of the game, Achilles chooses stealth, which this foolishly did not use the previous turn. Instead of Smoke Cloud, does not get it. Oh, Achilles, you drunk. This is a war, you're fighting. Achilles is perplexing up defense and speed to 11. Achilles will now move. Move. Here, check that hallway. No. That's 1. I have 10 more movement. The printed movement now. We'll check that. Also check here. Move 4 across. Check that little room right there. No one in there. This has 6 more movement. Here, I have 1 more after that. So 5 of the 6. Doesn't seem to be anyone there. And from here, this can check that room. It's much easier than before. It's still a bit of an undertaking. This is instantly noticing this one without staring directly at it, which could be a problem. If, for instance, let's say Achilles was here over this wall, in some ways that might be serendipitous, for if there was really a character just around the corner and they were a lizard or someone who wasn't stealthy, you might hear them. You don't have to see them. If they're close to your field of vision on the map, that might represent that they're close to your sensory field in general. Difficult to say. However, this did not intend on that, and if that was not serendipitous, it might have been a problem. It might still be a problem. This is not yet. This is going Jane Foster on this one. I'm not quite sure yet. No, no one seems to be here. Oh, except let's check this one. The lizard. The lizard is going to. That means the lizard is here. I'm going to hide in this room. Move back one. Here. The full 11. For a board with such tiny squares, Achilles is getting around. Though then again, that is Achilles. Achilles' turn is finished. That would be his second action token. He would have 2 action tokens, not 1. So there it is. Somewhere. Lady Deathstrike. Where did I put you? Is this you? It is. Yeah. Lady Deathstrike can still see into that room, checking for Achilles. Suspects he was up around here. I'll just search the whole room in case somebody else walked in. No, in this hallway, including these 2 squares and these 2 parts, this row from these 2 squares onto here from that room. So watch how long this makes some of them. And that one was a close one. I was about to say, was this somebody? Seems a little too short. No, we'll work on that length. And then, no, we have 9 movement. This is going to move. Where's Achilles has disappeared? 3. Still in that room. 5. Check this hallway. Six. Now let's check here. The walls are probably a bit difficult to see on camera. They're these translucent Greek fireflame polymer pin cushions. More pin pushing for the cushion. Wait. More push cushion for the cushion. The Hashins. No one in there. I'm gonna go at 6. I have 3 more. Up here, 3. Pushed to do that. Perhaps not the wisest decision. Neglectful, among other things. Where has this? Here. Let's get that character peg in there. Take some pushing damage. Push it. Push it to the limit. Lady Deathstrike's turn is over. It's over. It's over. Over. Lizard's turn. It's the lizard. But you're there. Oh yeah. Check that room. This has not found any characters. 9. Move here adjacent to this square, and I can check this room. These are a bit long. This thought if it made them too short, that the contrast would be too much and it would be too obvious. This is wondering now if that was a mistake. Mayhaps it should be longer. No one in that room. This is noticed a character peg here. During a game, that might be a problem. This knows that Lady Deathstrike is there now. I'm going to, or somebody, this wouldn't know who. That part has been conserved. It wouldn't know who until it draws the peg, which in many ways might be more accurate, because if this is to, this did not intend for it to do so, though if it is now serendipitously to represent hearing them with being able to detect them with some facet of sensory capacity, not in the typical or conventionally or colloquially considered replete fashion. You might not be able to identify them, you just know where they are, but not who they are or what they can do. Be able to infer what they can do. Though it is a mistake, this is not intended for that, though it may be a propitious one, hence the term serendipitous. Yes, right. Not quite vicissitudinous, more of the serendipitous on the continua of the happenings. This would say that this may not withdraw the peg until you are within that zone, or adjacent to a square that is in that zone, from where you can peek. As an adjustment to this discovery, and this is going to go over there now. I'm going to become adjacent to that zone. That's 1 and 3, 4. I have 5 movement remaining. Now I'm going to withdraw that peg. What is this? Lady Deathstrike. Check the rest of that place whilst this is at it. These are a little pushing it here. Right. This can now charge. This did not see Lady Deathstrike at the beginning of the since the beginning of the turn and the beginning of the turn, so this can use charge on Lady Deathstrike now. I'm going to push to use charge. I have 4 movement. This used 4. This has 5 movement. I can charge for the full 5 if this so chose. The remaining movement and the available movement for the charge, whichever one is less. But this would have to, these are walls, this would have to stop here or here. This is going to go straight around the corner. I do. This is I'd like to make the lizard present now on the board, since this is making an attack. This hasn't made that an edict quite at this juncture. This is doing it. Perhaps more of a tradition.
What has this done? Normative social influence, eat your blighted and benighted, vacuous and existentially inert heart out.
Making an attack. 10 blades claws on your 16. 5. That's 15. Misses by 1. You missed someone by 1 with a 5. How often does that happen? Lizard takes some pushing damage. And now Lady Deathstrike will know that you attacked. Lady Deathstrike. You attacked me? Just imagine a person wearing these glasses.
You attacked me? I can't see. I can't see. I can sort of see.
Only a little bit. I saw your parts of your hands. Are you still over here? No, this has. It seems this has removed it. Check it. Alright. Lizard's turn is done. The Hulk. Oh, this might be a problem. This has forgotten where. Recall somewhere around here. So these are the hurdles. This is noticed something here. That might be a problem when you're looking for someone in stealth and you end up finding someone you're not supposed to. This is what stealth busters might have to go through. Woe is maybe the plight of the stealth buster. Where's this guy? What hath this done? Wait, I put you in here? Maybe. This cannot. This has stealthed you too well. This has taught you too well. So recall the lizard was around there, and Hulk was supposed to be just up on him. Pimp up on him, pimp up on him, pimp up on him. Thought it definitely would have been one of those. This has failed to find the Incredible Hulk.